Good evening and welcome to the Beatles Debate 13. Here with me is Karen.
Now here we will talk about the most controversial Beatle topics. Who will win?
You decide. Fair warning, Jamie pronounces about 75% of the things she says wrong. Including controversial. Controversial. I say controversial.
A Mexican just beat you in English. About that.
I quit.
So the first topic of today is, what is the best Beatle album?
In my opinion, I think the best Beatles album is Sgt. Pepper's. I think that just because it's the most different Beatles album, and without it, all Beatles history past 67 probably would not have happened. It changed music forever.
My opinion actually is the album Revolver. Now, Jamie here just said that Sgt. Pepper was the most Beatle life-changing album, but I completely disagree. Because since the Beatles took LSD back in '66, that's when it first started to show, even though they were doing other substances when they were recording Rubber Soul. In Revolver, that's when it started to show. And they have way more different music than Sgt. Pepper. They have really strong psychedelia, really strong pop, really strong rock. It's just everywhere, and personally I find that more strong than Sgt. Pepper.
The rebuttal, right?
Yeah, rebuttal.
I think Karen is wrong, because while I think Revolver, definitely the music style did change, I think it changed dramatically more on Sgt. Pepper's. So
my last statement would be that Revolver is the strongest album since it has everything, not just psychedelia, not just rock, not just pop, has everything, whereas Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band is only psychedelia.
Okay, so my turn? In a way? I see you. My final statement is that because Sgt. Pepper's was just all full of mess of blah, then that's why I think it is the most important Beatles album. Because it was a completely different style. I mean, before Revolver, Rubber Soul helped, you kind of sense it gradually getting into that, Revolver phase. But Sgt. Pepper's, I think, was just flat out its own kind of thing. What is she writing? Go, Jamie.
Team Karen, yo!
The next topic is, should yesterday and today's original Butcher cover, should that have been covered up?
In my opinion, I think that the Butcher cover should have been covered as it was covered. Because back in the day, that cover was really controversial. There was meat, it was blood, it was gory, and just, it's all too much. What's your opinion, Jamie?
My opinion, sorry I was writing little notes down. My opinion is, I do not think it should have been covered up. Do what you want, it's your music.
Yellow. I'm pretty sure that having dead babies is illegal, first of all, and having the dolls kind of represents dead babies, still really weird and disturbing. So, in the end, I just believe it was a way better idea to just have the cover and cover it over because of the controversy that it had and the fame that it got, even to this day.
People shouldn't have been that big about it, just because, in my personal opinion, I do not think it was that, offensive. How that's illegal. In Karen's world, it's illegal. Yes, it was interesting and different, and maybe a little violent, but, there's been worse things. It's life. Life goes on, bruh. Take it from me. Life goes on. Yeah, so my final statement is people should have just shut up and listened to the music. There we go, that's a good point. Shut up and listen to the music. I'm out.
Jimmy?
I'm back. The next topic is, what do you think was the Beatles' biggest career-changing moment? Karen, take it away.
Right, in my opinion, I believe that Bob Dylan was the most important event. Meeting him and trying the little Mary Jane, if you know what I mean. Because after that, their music just became legendary.
In my opinion, I think the most career-changing moment for the Beatles was stepping off that plane in 1964 at the JFK airport. Am I correct?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. That was the moment that they made it, and they were set, that they were set the bar for they were the biggest band on earth at that moment. Have a rebuttal for that?
Yes, I've got a freaking rebuttal for that.
Well, let me hear it.
I got a rebuttal for your butt.
Oh.
Go.
And my computer died. Karen just died.
After the Beatles landed in JFK, it's pretty true, Beatlemania started to arise till 66 or so. And yeah, that's true, they did make it. But a lot of bands make it to that point of that hysteria. You guys know who I'm talking about. None of them name names. And let's remember, what makes the Beatles legendary, way more than Beatlemania, is their change.
And if they didn't make it to America, I don't think they would have been, they wouldn't have been able to smoke the marijuana, which inspired the songs, And and we're discussing the career-changing moment, and I think from going from this band, to only touring, Britain, and no, they were touring Europe, but still, this little band that America's never heard of, to, stepping off the plane, and there's all these people, this big, whoosh of people. I think that is a career-changing moment, and I'm talking with my hands.
That is true, when you said that if they never landed in America, that they probably wouldn't have met Bob Dylan. But I still think that meeting Bob Dylan was more career-changing, because then after the next 6 years, 66, I can't do math, 4, the next 4 years or so, their music just became more different, and they were part of, and maybe even the leaders of the psychedelia movement. And comparing both of these events, one being awesome for a moment to being awesome for the rest of their lives, is a huge difference for me. Therefore, I think that the Mary Jane helped the Beatles win.
My final statement: career changing, not music changing. Jamie rules, Karen rules. I think that was more music changing. This was career changing. I mean, imagine going to this little band and just finally making it in America, It's career changing. You're one of the most popular, if not the most popular band on the planet right now. So that's a little career changing, if you ask me, from just going to this band that nobody's ever heard of. The last topic of the night is picture yourself not as a Beatles fan, as far as that might be, but would you like the idea of the Beatles receiving MBEs? Karen, would you?
I would not fund that, actually. Don't hate on me. Just listen to me for a minute.
I ain't hating you.
I mean, again, you're gonna probably get a lot of hate. In the beginning, the Beatles were just another boy band. No, I can already read the hate mail.
Oh, it's fine. Don't worry. I can picture. Cause like the first two questions we did, I knew I was wrong. Like everybody's gonna be like, Jamie, why are you even trying? Seriously.
I like the word we are about this. And I wouldn't want a boy band to have one of the highest recognitions in monarchy in my country, because I obviously live in Britain. So I would have preferred if they actually gained it after they broke up, after they did all that whole revolution with everything. But that's just my opinion. What's yours, Jamie? Yeah, that's fine.
My opinion on that is I wouldn't care. I wouldn't be protesting it if they got it, and if they didn't get it, I wouldn't be protesting it. So there we go.
Okay, you know what? I personally don't feel strong about this or anything. I'm not British. I don't know how important it is. I just think it should have been not just giving away that easily. Okay, you know what? I'm done.
She's done. She's done. Jamie wins. Jamie wins. Woohoo!
Okay, yeah, let's sign off.
This debate is over now. Besides saying who is the winner,
You know, I don't even care if you don't pick me.
Yeah.
I know it.
Dude, I wouldn't pick me. I'd pick Karen. Just the people in the Forensics Club, I gotta give it to them. I really gotta give it to them.
Yeah. You want the bait tune went?
A moment of silence for those in the Forensic Club. But, and if there's anything you have a different opinion on, then comment about that. Or comment on your opinion on all of them, even if you agree with us or not. But say why.
Yeah.
You can't debate without a reason.
Why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why?
Who is this? Get her off the screen. Bye. So awkward. Dude, make it quick. I got a really good response to this. I gotta keep it in my head. I thought I had a good point in my head, but I didn't really.
So I'm pretty sure having dead babies.
Babies.
Don't move thy light, moon, take thy flight. See you, George.
And Karen has lost it.
Die!
This is showing how Karen is just losing it slowly. This debate has just broken her mind down. Now when you say that, I'm gonna start laughing. Babies. I can just keep going deeper. Babies. Babies. Wait, sorry, can you redo that?
No, that was so good!
I'm sorry.
No. I got this. I got this.
She's got this. She's got this.
I'm sorry.
Get us together. Babies.
Something in my throat.
I'm lounging my legs on the steps right now. And you can't even tell.
I'm alive.
I thought you fell.
I know it's.
Karen's down.
I'm really down.
Down on the ground.
I'm down. I'm really down.
How can you laugh?
When you know I'm down.
We're never gonna get this video done.